I understand any hesitation to this next project, but for those of you who have any doubts, look at who's directing it and then go watch Sisu. What's up, everybody? So it's been reported that this gentleman here, Noah Centino, I think is his name, will be playing the young John Rambo in a Rambo prequel. And I hope most likely they're going to try and turn it into another franchise. And if you don't know him, maybe you recognize him. He was in the To All the Boys trilogy on Netflix, which is actually not terrible. It's not exactly my cup of tea, but it's not anywhere near the worst things I've ever seen on Netflix. And believe me, there are plenty of really terrible movies, but that particular trilogy is not one of them. He also got his own show for a hot second on Netflix called The Recruit, which is actually pretty good. And now he's going to be Rambo. Now, Stallone has gone on record in the not too distant past that if Rambo were to ever be redone, one of the few people he could see playing Rambo is Ryan Gosling. And I absolutely agree. I mean, just think of Ryan Gosling's face in Blade Runner 2049 and then look at this picture here. You can kind of see that they have, roughly the same kind of intensity that he could also bring to the part. I'm not really sure about Noah Centino, but there is one piece of information I read in that article that does give me a little bit of hope, and it should give you hope as well. It's the name, and I'm gonna butcher this name, I'm sorry, but Hjalmar Helander. I've only seen his work. He directed one movie that I've seen, and that's Sisu. Now, if you have not watched Sisu, imagine John Wick with Nazis. And then, of course, Sisu is played by, I forget his name, but he's Hopper in Stranger Things. His name escapes me right now. That movie is crazy. It's bloody. It's weirdly fun. I don't think that element of fun should be put in Rambo. I think there's more of a seriousness that I think a Rambo movie needs to have. And let's see how this movie goes. I'm actually kind of excited about it, just because of who the director is. I can kind of wrap my head around Noah playing Rambo in the sense of it's Rambo in the early days of the Vietnam War as a special forces soldier. And, maybe he is a little innocent and idealistic, maybe not just a hardened, traumatized soldier that we see in the first Rambo movie. FYI, if you've never seen the first Rambo movie, go out and watch it right now. Like, stop watching this video and go watch Rambo. You won't regret it. But in that particular Rambo movie, you have flashbacks of what his experience was as a prisoner of war during Vietnam. And so it always made me wonder, okay, what was all that happened? I mean, in the movie, you have Richard Crenna talking about what an amazing soldier he is or was, and that he built him into being that soldier. So I'm kind of curious to see what that process is, and it's kind of all leading up to the events of the original Rambo franchise. Maybe there's a little bit of tragedy involved in that as well, because there is a line in Rambo 2 where Rambo says to Richard Crenna, is like, do we get to win this time? So, and of course, he obviously means the war overall, but there's also that loss that Rambo does have to go through. So there's a lot of things that they can work with. I'm kind of excited to see what they come up with. With this director, I think he can guide this young actor into something, more than just, a teen idol, which is kind of how he got started. So yeah, it's not all bad news. I mean, there are certain characters that are kind of sacred in a weird way. I mean, Indiana Jones is one of those characters that you really can't imagine Harrison Ford, anyone other than Harrison Ford being him. You can't imagine anyone other than Stallone playing Rocky, but they're going to try it with Rambo. And this is one of the few times that, I'm kind of curious, more so than standoffish and completely closed minded to the idea. We'll see what happens. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Smash that like button, give me a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.